React, the library for web and native user interfaces. And in this official website of react.dev, we have the Learn React and the API references. If we click in API reference, they're gonna send us to this website where we have hooks, for example. And as you can see, we have the use callback, use context, use debug value, use defer value, use effect. We have use reducer, use state, and the components APIs. Here we have the components APIs, client APIs, server APIs, and then the legacy React APIs. If we go to the official website, we go back and we click in Learn React, we're gonna go into the quick start, and to get started we have the tutorial tic-tac-toe, thinking in React, installation, Learn React, describing the UI, the user interface, adding interactivity, managing state, escape hatches. So if you go back into the official website, as you can see, we have a bunch of information here, but we are gonna click on Learn React and we are gonna press installation, and we have 4 options: start a new React project, add React to an existing project, editor setup, and React developer tools. So we're gonna pick start a new React project, and here they send us to this website, start a new React project. If you want to build a new app or a new website fully with React, we recommend picking one of the React Power frameworks popular in the community. Frameworks provide features that most apps and sites eventually need, including routing, data fetching, and generating HTML. Here's a note: you need to install Node.js for local development. We need the Node.js so we can use the npm package manager. You can also choose to use Node.js in the production, but you don't have to. Many React frameworks support export to a static HTML, CSS, or JavaScript folder. So we're gonna create a new React project. So we're gonna go into, you can go into your desk or any folder that you have. I have a folder here named programming.js, so I'm gonna right click, open in terminal, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna type in npx, not npm but npx. I'm gonna make it a little bigger so you can see it. And here is, it's gonna be npx create React app, not next but React. So we're gonna go into our terminal, npx create React app, and then the name of our app. So I'm gonna name it, I don't know, just this, and then click enter. Let me see. And you have to be careful when you name your folder, because there are some name restrictions. You cannot name it, for example, new React or React project, so you have to be mindful of that. And this might take some time, but the way you create a React project is gonna be with the keyword npx and then create React app, and then the name of your project. In this case, my name is gonna be, the name for my project is gonna be test. So this might take a while, and in that moment we have here the production grade React framework. So we have Next.js, that is the production grade React frameworks. We have this Next.js, we have Remix, we have the Gatsby, we have Expo, and what else do we have here? We have Next.js, that is different from the, no, that is not the one. Yeah, it was correct. It was Next.js. Okay, so we're gonna go into a general overview of each one. Let's go into our terminal to see how it's doing. Okay, so it has installed. Yes, it has installed it. So we have created a React project, and I name it test. So let me see, if I go into my folder, I should have a test. Okay, it should be this one. So I'm gonna go into the terminal, and right now I'm gonna click cd. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna click cd, and then the name of the folder, that is gonna be test. And now we're gonna type in, let me see, I'm just gonna type code space that so we can open it in Visual Studio Code. And this is our React project, so I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna open the incorporated terminal with Control tilde, and we can close the terminal here. We don't need this terminal. And as you can see, this is our React project. Its name is test, and we have a readme file with info about this project. We have, okay, let's make it a little bigger. We have this readme.md. we have the getting started with create React app. We have, in order to start it, we're gonna have to type in npm start. So if you go here and type npm start, just like we did with Express, and then click enter, it should open it in localhost 3000. As you can see here, it's doing automatically, and you should see the React logo just moving around. So we have this, and we have our package.json, and we have our scripts. For example, we have the start. If you were wondering how we started it, we just need to npm start. It starts the development server, and this is what we have here, npm start. So we started the developer server, but we also have another scripts. We have the build, and when we use it in production, we have test eject. So this is our package.json. Let's make it a little bigger. So what else we have here? We have another package -lag.json. We have this one. Let's close that here. We have a get.ignore file. So in this .getIgnore file, we have our node.modules. This one that we have here, because in the case we want to deploy it, so we don't want to send the node.modules. Let's say we want to deploy it to GitHub. We also have public, a folder public. We have a folder named source, and let's see in the public folder we have the favicam.ico. We have the React file here. We also have an index.html. So here we have this index.html with some elements, meta, link, and some attributes, rel, name, content. What else do we have here? We have a div here. We have the logo of React. We have another logo. We have a manifest.json. So we have a manifest.json. You have a short name, icons, and then we have source, sizes, type. We also have a robots.txt. So that is what we have in our public folder. Let's check our source, and this is the important thing. Here we have our app.css, so we're gonna have some CSS information here. We're gonna have our app.js, so this is the important thing. We're gonna import the logo from the /logo.svg, so they're talking about this one. As you can see, we're gonna import this logo, and all these files come by default when you install the npx create react-app. So we also have here in our app.js, we have our function, and the name of this function is app. And as you can see, the first letter starts with a capital letter, so we have a capital A, and it's gonna return. So we have a div, we have a header, we have image, a paragraph, and here we're gonna have a class name and an href attribute, a target attribute, and then we're gonna export it. So we're gonna export the file and then the name of our function, in this case uppercase letter A of app, like this. So if you remember in Express we use the module that exports, but this is another syntax. This is exports default app. So that is that. Then we have app.test.js. So this is just a general overview, but as you can see, we are importing rendering screen from testing library React, and this at testing library React. If we go to our package.json, we have here in dependencies, we have at testing library /js /dam. We have the testing library /react, and then user event. We also have React as a dependency. We have the React -dam, React scripts, and the web vitals. So that is that. We also have an index.css. So we have a body element, and we have a code here. We have an index.js, and we are importing React from React. We are importing the React DOM from the React-DOM client. And if we go to the package.json, they're referring to this one, React-DOM. So what else do we have? We are importing the app from the that/app. We are importing the report web vitals from the report web vitals. So they're talking about this JavaScript file. We have the report vitals function, and we are exporting it. So exports the full report web vitals. What else do we have here? And we have this const root, and it's assigned to the React root, create root, document that get element by ID. And yeah, this is pretty much the general overview of this React project. So when you type in npx create React app, and then the name of your folder, as we're gonna see it right here. Here they're showing us, let me see this one. I'm gonna make it a little bigger. So we're gonna have npx create -react -app, and then the name of your app. So right now we're gonna check out Next.js. Next.js is a full stack React framework. It's versatile and lets you create React apps of any size, from a mostly static blog to a complex dynamic application. To create a new Next.js project, run in your terminal npx create -next-app, and we can do that here. We can go to our folder, we can right click, we can open in the terminal, and we could create a new folder. In this case would be the Next.js application, but we are just gonna go a little bit fast. This is just a general overview. So this is about Next.js. If you're new to Next.js, check out the Next.js tutorial. Next.js is maintained by Vercel. You can deploy a Next.js app to any Node.js or serverless hosting, or to your own server. Fully static Next.js apps can be deployed to any static hosting. So that is that for Next.js. Now we're gonna see Remix, and it's pretty much the same. So you type in npx create -remix, and then the name of your project if you wanna use Remix. So Remix is a full stack React framework with nested routing. It lets you break your app into nested parts that can load data in parallel and refresh in response to the user actions. To create a new Remix project, run. So you have this piece of code. If you're new to Remix, check out this link, Black tutorial. You have the app tutorial. Remix is maintained by Shopify. When you create a Remix project, you need to pick up your deployment target. You can deploy Remix app to any Node.js or serverless hosting by using or writing an adapter. So that's that. We have also now Gatsby. Gatsby is a React framework for fast CMS back websites. It's a rich plugin ecosystem, and it's GraphQL data layer simplify integrating content, APIs, and services into one website. To create a new GAPC project, run npx create-GAPC. As you can see, we are using the npx. We are not using the npm, but npx, and then create hyphen and then the name of your framework. In this project with React, we did this npx create hyphen react hyphen app and then the name of our project, in this case this. So that is that. If you are new to GAPC, you have a tutorial here. GAPC is maintained by Netlify. You can deploy a fully static GAPC site to any static hosting. If you opt into using server only features, make sure your hosting provides supports from the GAPC for GAPC. Now we have Expo for native apps. Expo is a React framework that lets you create universal Android, iOS, or web apps with truly native UIs, user interface. It provides an SDK software developer toolkit for React Native that makes the native part easier to use. To create a new Expo project, run npx create-expo-app. So as you can see, we're using pretty much the same syntax with npx, then create hyphen and then the name of the framework. If you're new to Expo, you have these tutorials here.